local village is plagued by nightmares. The town elder believes the source is a sealed crypt of the nearby woods that has been called the Weeping Willows, where an ancient, renowned mythological, essentially, sorcerer was entombed. This was just recently discovered based on the nightmares that the villagers are having. They believe that the seal has weakened and have desperately hired any adventurers willing to check it out, which happens to be you three, to enter this crypt, navigate its potential hazards, of course, and figure out what's going on with this sorcerer, perhaps. So, that's that. That's the ticket. Let's get started here by getting a general layout of y'all's characters. Make sure my screen's right. Yeah. Okay. Of course, got to start with Homer. Homer, who are you playing in this EZD6 playtest of ours?
All right. Piero is an elven friar from a nomadic tribe from far away you've never heard of. Outwardly, he's an easygoing, charismatic guy and a worshiper of the cycle of life and nature. Kurunos, I think is how I would pronounce the name of his god. But his past as a soldier has left some scarring, and he doesn't look kindly on those that mess with the natural life cycle. The manacles and metal tongs in his backpack, no matter how clean outwardly, have been used far too often.
Nice touch, nice detail. I like that. All right, Alex, how about you? Who are you playing?
So today I'm going to be playing Ida Redok. He's a delver, and he's really good with crossbow and short sword. And most of what I'm going to be doing is covering like support, but not necessarily like healing. More or less just like karma and other things like that. Trying my best to be the commander in DC or EZD6. He's a relatively wealthy person. Relatively wealthy person. He's actually moderately wealthy. So that's like way more than I've ever gotten. I'm usually pauper. And I have a bunch of stuff from like equipment from just being a delver. So I'm kind of like an iPhone. I got an app for that.
Nice. And then, that actually kind of makes sense. He looks a little bit, I don't know, he kind of looks like he comes from money, something about him. I don't know. And then Finn, welcome. Who are you playing today?
I'm playing, I just changed his name just now. His name's Scree. He is an albino goblin. He was born as the runt, and he wants to, despite how much his own kind made life difficult to him, he's on a road to earn as much money as possible to create a movement for all goblin kind to rule the world. And he did so to become innate in his magical powers as a conjurer with a specialty in air element specialty. He got really crazy ideas of hearing fable stories about, going out to this cape of this land and waiting out until storms came out to get blessings of a storm god, and he got struck by lightning and everybody thought he was dead, and he just woke up the next day and just like crackling some electricity between his fingers. So he's ready. He thinks he's blessed. He thinks he's main character energy.
That's awesome. Okay, that sounds great. That sounds super fun. Okay, so let's get right into this thing. So basically, you make your way to where they describe this crypt. They found it recently. They actually uncovered it a lot. It was pretty much completely covered over with stuff. And in their stupors of like sleepwalking because of these nightmares they're having, they've actually completely uncovered this tomb, like unbeknownst to them even. They just wake up and then the tomb's uncovered and they realize that's what happened. So as you're approaching, despite the scene, you see the doors here, and they're not actually open. They are seemingly sealed shut. Okay. There are plenty of small things around this entrance, like there are runes carved into the stones. There are ancient languages, even like with full like phrases seemingly carved in here and there across the stones as well. And the doors are sealed firmly shut. So here you are. What do you guys, what would you like to do to get started?
Just looking at the whole scene, I kind of want to take it in and do a little bit of like an investigation check. I have advantage on spelunking or delving tasks, and I'm more or less looking for an entrance to a spelunk or delving. So I was hoping if I couldn't identify any like places that look like they might be a back entrance, like hidden in a bush or a rock or something.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So feel free to roll for that. I'm going to say I'm only looking for like a 3, to be honest here. So go ahead with your boon.
A 5.
Excellent. Okay, so you're looking around. You do see that there is a spot of the stones that, as you're kind of looking them over, some of them are limestone. And you think to yourself right away, I know about spelunking. You go up towards the top of this tomb and you find the wettest puddle you can and realize that the stone under it is very cracked and brittle, and you could actually just straight up punch your way through with a bit of work, but it's definitely doable.
Is there any peephole or lock to the doors?
The
Like where a
doors
key would go
themselves
at all?
seemingly don't have any kind of like physical lock or keyhole to them. In fact, you can't even tell exactly how or why they're sealed at a quick glance. You just push or
Or
pull
will
and
put
leave it
away
move.
his lock picking kit.
Fair enough. Don't worry, it'll come in handy later.
Can I already ask for a miracle?
Yeah. What are you thinking?
I think so. Fierro is going to come up and like he'll drop to his knees and raise his arms, and he's going to pray and basically denounce the doors as like they're not following a normal life cycle. Like these are ancient old doors, and this metal shouldn't be in good state. And ask that the hinges like rust away
Interesting.
as done long ago.
Okay, very cool. I'm gonna make it relatively difficult because it's like it is awesome, but I'm gonna hit you with like 4d6 to see if this that'll be the resistance for this. So we'll see what happens.
If he can come up with a really cool rhyme for it, can it be 3d6?
I already rolled, and there's 2 6s, so I'm gonna say either way no. So the target is 6. You can choose from 1 to 3 if you'd like to accomplish this.
Tell me what happens, but how I pick between 1 and 3 again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So basically, the only threat is you roll a 1 on any die, and then it definitely does not succeed. Otherwise, your highest die will count. So hopefully, you roll a 6, because that's the only way.
In the character sheet, would I call this a miraculous save roll?
No, you'd be saving. You'd be doing a save roll if it were like you were falling to your death, or
Yeah.
some crazy thing like that.
So I'll roll through. I'm gonna go all out. What's the worst that could happen, right?
Right, exactly.
So just roll 3 normal rolls. Nope.
3, 4, 5. Okay. So unfortunately, there's a moment where as you do this, you ask this crazy feat to be accomplished, and you swear like you hear the doors creak a little bit, and you see some rust fall off the hinges, but they do not actually budge.
Well, guys, turns out they're not as old as I thought. They must have recently replaced these. I must stand up awkwardly, like shuffle to the side.
There hasn't been recent traffic here, right? That we know of.
You wouldn't see any evidence of traffic in and out. You definitely see some evidence of people moving around as they were like clearing the weird vegetation around the place.
Okay. I'm going to try a create your own spell thing here. Could I float out using a little air magic, my magnifying glass, sprinkle a little magic, conjurer magic, and I want to like peer through the magnifying glass and see if it like highlights like past footprints of like people that came through, see if maybe there's a secret entrance we don't know about.
Okay.
Is there a roll I have to do for that?
That's definitely cool. I'm going to do kind of the same thing here. That is really interesting. This time, I think I'm just going to set a DC, and depending on how you roll around it, we'll see how this comes out. So I'm just going to say, we'll say a 4, and you can still do the same thing where you pick 1 to 3 dice.
Pick 1 to 3. All right. I'm going to do 2.
Okay.
No.
Dang,
Got 2 and a
okay.
3.
Actually, take a karma. Take a karma.
Okay. So I boost 1 up.
Yep.
So 3
Now
to
you're at
4.
4.
Actually,
Okay.
so normally that's how that'd work, but for spell casting, you cannot use karma to boost your rolls.
Okay, never mind.
Only normal stuff. So specifically for miracles and spell casting, you cannot burn karma to boost your rolls up. So,
So I can't help either of you. Okay.
But so you guys start with 3 karma, But I forgot, because you're trying these things and you're not quite succeeding, you will gain 1 karma during this whole like little scene kind of thing. So both Homer and yep, even for spellcasting. Yep.
When you fail, you're supposed to get a karma. And I have victory and failure. So when I fail, I get 2 karma. And I was also born blessed. So I start with 6.
Oh, I see the play here, Alex. Okay. That's amazing. Okay.
I don't know if I will do miracles that much. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I will.
Karma in general is kind of only supposed to be rewarded like once per round kind of thing. So out of combat like this, you know, you wouldn't really be able to cheese it too much. Like probably through this whole scene, that might be the only karma you get kind of thing. So that's how you'll expect that to work. But so there's that. You've looked around, I'll say kind of regardless, it's enough to like search the place. You can see that every piece of metal on the door is pretty extremely rusted. And I'll say that you did see one thing with your magnifying glass, and there's just like a little bit of obvious like residual magic that seems to be this cause of the seal of these doors.
Since it's competition.
I'll have my crowbar out, just like kind of banging on the limestone that I saw earlier. And I'm going to just look over to these guys, kind of like around the door. I'm going to be like, look at the crowbar. Need a hand? Just put my crowbar up, see if anyone wants to use
it. As you've been already kind of banging away at this area, as soon as you like stop for a second, point it out, and you know, ask if anyone needs it, you hear just like a pretty impressive like crumbling, and you have to kind of like catch your footing as the top of the tomb there where you've been hacking away does actually seem to crumble under you, and opens up. You can see the sun shining into this otherwise dark crypt entrance.
Nice.
He will use his goblin nose and take a whiff through and see what he smells in there.
Okay.
Night vision kind of thing.
Oh, nice. That's a really helpful
feature is. Yeah.
Elven eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how he does it though, through his nose. Also, because he's like an airbender, right? So he can just really get a good gust of wind.
That's awesome. Really fills those lungs.
What's his superpower? A giant nose.
Yeah. Okay. So you kind of head up there where the top of this place is caved in a bit now. You're looking in there. First off, the smell, very gross. You're definitely smelling not just old dirt, but also like decay. Yeah, that's the gross
decay. So he salivates a little bit.
Okay, fair enough. You guys see him just drooling a little bit. So you can kind of like stick your head in through the top there a little bit, and you can see. Let's see where we gonna put you here. You can see a small room. All right, let's hope I do this right. Stand by. Okay, can you guys see anything?
No.
Good.
All black.
That is good. This is good. All right.
There is actually one very thin line that you need not erase, but that's it.
That's interesting. It should have been like an automatic hide. I didn't even do it. Come on, roll 20 or set me up for failure. Okay. Stand by. Okay, do you see a small room? Yes, we're doing it. Okay, cool. So you can see the entrance, a small room of this crypt, of course. It seems relatively empty. Let's see. I'll give you that reveal. But the other thing you're seeing is along the walls, there are relatively typical like burial tombs, or it's almost like just bunks of open, like they are in Skyrim. So you are seeing some of that. And for a better, more detailed view, like you can see, look, a dungeon. But now for a better, more detailed view, you're looking at something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Something. So that's what you see below you.
Does anyone have a rope?
I actually have all of the climbing materials you might need.
It's true.
We'll put a rope down there and then still go through the doors with that crowbar.
I have 24 metal ring pittons, so I can actually like almost make us a ladder that will be permanent for a little bit there, just like by sticking it into the walls.
I'm just thinking sunlight will be shining down into this room, so if we come across it while we're in there, we'll know, it can't be that far from the entrance anyways, probably. Hopefully. But it'd be, I don't know.
I feel like the entrance is probably barred from the inside, so we might have to go in from here to open it out.
Oh, okay. It is protected by some kind of dark god. Otherwise, I could have easily just opened it.
So what do you guys think? Should we dive down?
Agrees.
Scree.
Name
All right.
slightly gets longer.
I'm just going to roll out my rope like I've been doing it a couple hundred times and just lower it down.
Okay, you're the perfect man for the job. You found the weakened entrance, made your way down. You dropped the rope in silently. You drop to the ground, and the rope is there dangling. Is anyone else joining right away, or you want to start working on this ladder situation? What's the play here?
Yeah, I'll go down and put the pittons in as I put the rope on.
Okay.
Shouldn't take too long. I have a hammer to do that with too.
Okay. As you head down, you you get down there, you get your first piton set up. I don't know if that's right. I don't know how to say it. And you get it ready, you get your hammer going. The first slam of the hammer on the piton, I think that's what it is. I'm just going to keep saying piton.
Don't worry, the comments will correct you.
Yeah, I hope so. You better. The first thud echoes through the chamber, and you swear you hear some sort of just like rattling. And you're like, that sounds like bones rattling about. And you notice very slowly, like almost, it's like almost comical how slowly, but you notice that very slowly the bones in these catacombs start to shift a little bit as they're kind of just like moving in place.
Okay.
Don't wake
And
the dead.
about how far am I into my process here?
Probably just beginning, honestly. The first
Okay.
hammers, like you notice all this. Now your call.
He's gonna put a finger, his really long bony finger, up to your lips to just kind of indicate a shh. And then he's gonna gesture to himself, "Let's scree do." And with the snap, we're gonna try another spell here. His rope is gonna animate kind of like a rope trick where it like just suspends itself, I guess, and you can just kind of
okay.
climb down on it. So he wants to do that, and he wants to be the first one to kind of climb down on it since he's the lightest. And I don't know, maybe like how good the roll is or whatever you want to do determines how much weight it holds or something.
Fun. Okay, let's do this the classic chaotic way. I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna call it 1. Just 1d6.
Okay.
Is the
Should be able to
thing
beat
here?
that.
So we'll see. It is merely a 2.
There's a 5.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
So that's good. I think I accidentally had you misunderstand that, so that's my fault. But it worked out either way, so that's perfect. So basically, you let the rope down, and as it's kind of just like floating there, you do some weird air manipulation magic stuff, and it literally just like almost just like becomes like a statue, as it's like perfectly just like in air, like not moving at all. It's just like perfectly suspended by thin threads of aerial magic around it, and that thing holds like 200 pounds easy.
All right. Scree's gonna go down just kind of like really gracefully, like pole dancing almost. Swing down it. As he swings down, do any of the skeletons seem to animate more as he's like getting closer to them?
I would say, especially with Scree's abilities, probably not.
Take a bump.
Get a very soft plop as he hits the stone floor, and he just gives a thumbs up. It smells amazing down here.
All right, so now there's 2 of you down there.
Yeah. I kind of want to take one of the bones that is starting to jingle. Just like if I can see a femur, just yank it.
Okay, roll a d6. Okay,
What?
you find a femur, seemingly not really touching any other bones. It's kind of a little bit on its own. You yoink
Okay.
that femur, dude, and nothing comes of it.
And just to like screw around with Fierro, just gonna like throw it out of the hole, kind of like at him. Be like, "Oh, you're dead."
Well, I mean, looking at the door, the way is shut and seems to have been made by those who are dead. And I look down the hole, and the dead keep it. So I'm gonna come down, shimmy down the rope, and say, like, I hope we don't die. I'm referencing Lord of the Rings.
If you took a femur, I want a fibula.
You make your way down, and you hear Scree say this as you kind of like just enough to actually see the situation around you there. So you land gently enough. Is Scree taking any bones, or is that
These like well-shaped skeletons, or are they mostly like kind of damaged and frail and brittle all across?
They have been surprisingly preserved. It seems like whatever process put them here in the first place kept them together pretty well. So they're generally, as far as skeletons go, I guess you could say they're in good shape.
Nice. And nothing else on them, no like jewelry or anything.
Ooh, That's a good question. I mean, I would say that there probably are a few things that they were buried with, especially jewelry, accessories, little bits of coin as well. Yeah, specifically valuables that are tiny like that.
Okay. You turn and you see Scree definitely looting one of them.
That makes sense to me.
He's trying to like carefully slide a ring off on the flint.
Perfect. All right. I will say again, with your ability, you're able to do that without issue. At this point, you do hear just kind of a whispering a little bit further in. You can hear it almost like wafting through, like a faint aroma almost, but it's just like whispers on the air. Relatively, you can't really make
in
out
our
what's
past travels. I know with my group, Scree has done the message basically cantrip where he'll speak and then push the wind to them so they hear
Yes.
it. Can he reverse message the whisper so it comes louder towards them and he can hear it?
Dude, that's such a good idea. Yes, if you roll higher than a 4 with 1 to 3 d6.
I don't think he cares that much. We're just gonna do one roll. Wait, what's the penalty of rolling a 1? It just fails. That's it.
Yep.
So why wouldn't you ever do a 3d6 just to risk it?
I mean, you definitely
Failing
could.
more.
Right?
Yeah, if any of them are
if any
one.
of them are a 1. But I think I don't know math that well, but I think it's still better to do. We'll do 3. Damn it. 1.
No, in general, I think you actually are onto something, but it just didn't work out this time.
No good.
All right. So despite that, that's something I got to look up. Does the spells? Oh yeah, no, spells can't crit, so the 6 doesn't matter anyway. Okay. So you kind of do that for a second, but it's almost like they are. It's almost like the whispers themselves are like intelligent enough to avoid the magic that you're casting on them. So you're like, this should be easy, and it starts to work, and then they just kind of like scatter and like slip out of your magical grasp, I guess.
He goes, rude, and then starts crawling on all 4s closer to where the whispering goes.
Okay.
Of course, assuming the party wants to come.
Yeah, I'll have my rope still kind of like hanging there with like one pitting in, and then I'll look around at the like skeletons. I'm gonna grab 2 more bones so that way I can make the jingling of bones while we walk, so it sounds like we're the undead coming through the halls.
Okay, that's awesome.
So I can help with it. Can I help with that gives you a little convincing of the sound?
Oh, okay. Yes.
And do you need me to roll to get the bones themselves?
Yeah. So originally, I was gonna roll. Okay. So it'd be 2 rolls, both with boons, since you're being helped. So it's 2 rolls of 2d6.
Okay.
I don't know if this helps or hinders in any way, but Fiora would be, because I don't know if we're like risking waking them up. If Fiora would be walking around, not touching them, but like holding his hand over them and like saying a little prayer and be like, Kronos, like keep you, because he does life cycle, so he also has like Land of the Dead stuff as well as like nature and stuff.
That's really cool. Okay, you managed to do it. You pull the bones. So you pull a couple more bones, the best bones that you can use for jingling bone sounds.
Take the arm ones. It's got the hole in the middle, so that way I can get the acoustics.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, perfect. You collect them without issue. Give a couple like quiet tests, and you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Totally works. All right. What else is happening?
Can my staff, my image has like a little gem in the end. Could it maybe have like a faint, like a dim light that it gives off?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. That makes some sense. And I would say that if you do that, it becomes a little bit easier to see in this little situation you're in. So now,
If we do also want, I have 5 torches, but that's if we want to draw attention.
I got night vision.
that's true. So this whole time, actually, maybe Scree is able to see the door at the end of here. Maybe we start moving on here again.
He scouts ahead by crawling on all 4s.
Yeah.
Y'all
If
come
the
up
light-
upside down like a vampire bat. It's clear.
yes.
No.
Excellent. Yeah, but you do see a door at the end of this like first door room entrance hallway situation. And this door is similar to the wood that's in the entrance. It's just a heavy wooden door, but there is an obvious keyhole on this one.
Scree immediately takes out his lockpicking kit and doesn't even second. He just immediately goes in.
Testing the door. You start lockpicking, and it does turn out that you were right, actually. So you do a fantastic job. And is Scree more capable than the average person to pick a lock, would you say?
I mean, based on the inclination, it just says that they succeed.
Okay, that's honestly exactly what I was thinking.
It says no lock can defeat you as long as you have lock picking tools. Oh, okay, I do have to roll. You can always succeed in a normal mechanical lock. Roll 1d6 to see how long it takes, and you start with a set of 3. A roll of 1 breaks a set.
Oh, okay. We'll go ahead and do that, and we'll honor those mechanics. That's kind of fun.
I don't know what 3 means, but for how long it takes.
No problem. Okay, I will
lower
say
roll takes longer.
It is relatively easy. You don't break your lockpick in the process. So in a matter of a couple minutes, if that, you do figure out this lock, get it picked, and you see the beginning of a larger room there as well now. I should put your guys' tokens in here probably. Here. Stand by for tokens. I didn't prepare. Let's see. Oh no. Why are they misshapen? What the? Hold on. Fix yourself, you weirdos.
Have any of you guys read any of the... Shoot, what's the name of the author? Oh, that's not helpful.
Brandon Sanderson?
No, I was going to say Terry Brooks, but I don't think it's Terry Brooks.
Terry Bradshaw?
Not Terry Brooks. Terry Bradshaw? No, it's... shoot, what's his name?
Oh, I can't control my token. Can I get control of that?
Uh-oh. Yeah, what the heck? Done.
I can control your token.
I think I might have just now updated it at the same time.
Terry Goodkind. Is that the author you're thinking of?
Probably Terry Goodkind.
Yeah.
Sort of True Series. Yeah. Okay. So if you've read any of those, the main guy has like a brother-in-law basically they come across later, who's sort of like the healer, goody two shoes, but is also like secretly kind of a serial killer. Him mixed with Jasper from Witcher is like my inspiration for this character.
Nice. Did you know there's a TV show that you can watch that's based off of that? It's called The Legend of the Seeker.
I might have seen it. That sounds familiar, actually.
Yep.
Nope, I have not seen that. It looks terrible, though.
It was like free TV terrible, so, you know.
It's actually terrible.
Yeah. Either way. How's this room looking?
Yeah. So you do... Screen does manage to pick the lock. The door, even if you just peek through, you would see a bit of the next room that is relatively empty. You see a few different decorative urns scattered in the corners of the room, some boxes and a couple pillars kind of like upholding the ceiling and towards the middle of the room as well. Relatively basic things. But the moment that this door is like peeked open, the whispering becomes much louder. And you can hear and almost like feel the direction that it's coming from. And it seems to be like somewhere down to like the bottom of this new room, but you can't quite see, at least where you are now or whatever. That's the first thing you're getting.
Scree yearns for the urn. He wants to go check that out.
Okay. Let's say there are urns in basically both of the upper corners here. So if you were to step in at all, reveal a little bit more, especially for you, since you can kind of see. You see this room goes pretty far down to another door, somewhere like that. Oh. And you also see this just like swirling mess of like bones and pots, urns, a couple other things. It's just like swirling in basically like a vortex, more or less, in the bottom side of this room. And it's just kind of swirling there. Seemingly that's where the whispering's coming from also.
That's crazy.
Busy blessing all the dead people to stay dead.
Fair enough. But if you're checking out that urn, you see a lot of ashes. You just like see that thing and you're like, all right, but this urn, there are some ashes in this urn, and you might even be able to scrape a couple gold coins out of this puppy.
Yeah, he'll take that, and then he'll lick his fingers clean from the ashes. And then, yeah, I don't know. He'll go to he'll do the little message cantrip to them. There, Scree sees floaty things of dead and pottery. Come hit it.
On the way, Scree. And just out of habit, I'm just going to say, get that out of your mouth. And I don't even see him.
Yeah, you already know.
You hear a coin on the.
See this coin rattle to the ground, and you turn the corner, and you see this whole vortex situation thing too. Seems to not be actively reacting to you guys yet.
Okay. And just to make sure to say it, I have chalk, and I will draw an arrow to where we were entering.
Okay.
So I'll just keep that trail going for wherever we are.
Nice.
Scree also has chalk, and we'll draw a second smaller arrow.
Perfect. Thank goodness.
Is it in Goblin?
yeah, that's what he says. It looks exactly the same, except it's a little more squiggly, and he goes, "It's in Goblin."
Okay. So the corner and see this thing. It's just kind of roaming about the halls. It seems to very slowly almost be taking like a couple steps away from you guys even. And you see it begin to like turn maybe into like this next room. But before you lose sight of it, if you want to do anything, but you can tell that it seems to be moving into that next room.
Okay.
Scared of you. Chase it.
And I'm just going to think to myself, should we actually go after that? Should we just go to the left? And then I'm also going to think, oh, heck no. Fire tornado. So I'm going to pull out a pot of grease, and I'm going to say to Scree, fire tornado.
Whoa.
Okay. Like you want him to cast the fire?
Yeah, I'll throw the grease into this little tornado thing. Just make it go boom.
Oh yeah. I should be able. I think thaumaturgy can do that by itself. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see thaumaturgy.
Yeah. Just like
normally it wouldn't be able to
sparks.
blow something up, but like you could easily do like a spark in a certain spot.
Yeah.
I can see that for
I forgot
sure.
where that was. Oh yeah, minor magic tricks. Yeah, I guess that's up to you.
Yeah, I love that.
Thaumaturgy falls under like creating a little spark of flame.
100%. I definitely could see that.
He will do that.
And that's definitely what I want to do. But as I'm like running with this like pot of grease, I would like to reenact the Olympics run and then fall and throw into the big fire.
Okay, awesome. All right, let's kick this off. So right away, we're just going to transition directly into combat, which for EZD6 really doesn't feel like much of a change, to be honest. So I'm going to move you a bit closer, as you definitely have to get a little bit closer to this person. You are this guy, right? So maybe like there-ish, kind of running up. Probably also the same for Scree. Would need to be a little bit closer to make this thing work out. But
Control of my token.
Oh no. What the heck? What the heck is going on here? All right, that should fix it. There we go. Okay. So, oh my gosh, what is your character name, Alex? Could not possibly remember.
He's Ida.
Ida. That's not too bad, actually. Ida. Okay.
It's a LLDA.
All right. Sounds good to me. So you're running up to this guy, this thing. You are carrying this like pot of grease, and you just like launch it into this tornado of this vortex of bone and a mess. Go ahead and just give me. I that's almost kind of a ranged attack, I guess. Go ahead and give me.
Can I assist him?
Yeah. How would you?
I would fall to my knees and say, "Fly, you fools," and then start like praying that the horned one like keep us safe and help with like returning this back to its natural state.
That is so cool. Okay, yes, I will allow that. So in EZD6, as long as you're not surprised, all the players go first in whatever order they want to. Help is very much something you can do. Basically, it's just going to give one more D6 to whoever you're helping, and it would take your action for that round as well. Cool with that? Beautiful thing. All right, perfect. So you throw this pot of grease. Now, if you had, we'll still call it a ranged attack, so whatever, but an extra D6 for the help from your friar friend.
Excellent. And we got a 6.
Hey, okay. With this 6, there's going to be a couple things that happen here. You throw this grease in, and you notice that right away, it actually seems to disrupt this thing's form a little bit, and it takes a strike of damage. Because you rolled a crit, and this is not a spell, that crit explodes. You roll one more die.
Oh, nice. 6.
Oh, the thing actually takes another damage, and you can keep rolling as long as you're rolling 6s. Okay. Amazing. Okay, so that was awesome. Okay, so you do 2 strikes of damage right away. You throw the grease into this swirling vortex, it immediately incorporates, and you see like some of the bone even like fly out of the vortex as it kind of like loses its whatever magical thing that's keeping it together, anchoring it. It's already looking kind of messed up, but the spark is all it takes to turn this thing into a fire vortex, if that's still the play.
Do we get a move action too, or is it just like you kind of do whatever you want?
You would get a move action. You can move anywhere up to near, which is roughly 30 feet.
Nice. Goblins can have a cool move thing, though I'm not sure if what I did qualifies an attack, so I'll let you be the judge. It says, as a move, a goblin can jump into cover and avoid being attacked for a turn if they don't attack.
Oh.
Cover must include broken ground or near the goblin.
I feel like this is close enough to an attack to unfortunately not be able to do that.
He'll crawl over here this way. Looks like a little corner.
There you go. Perfect. Now, to have your spark go off, go ahead. I'm just going to roll 1d6 against the thing as the magic resistance, which is 1d6. And it's only a 2. So you take your pick, 1 to 3. You just got to beat a 2.
Oh.
Or get a 2.
I thought we did a combined attack. Nice. All right. I'll do 2. Yep. Okay.
Perfect. Technically, I actually don't know for sure. I think everyone starts with 1 hero die. You don't have to use it right now, but you can if you want to, or you can just let it play out. I would say that the grease is still technically there. It's not like dissipating, so it's something that you could continue to try to do if you wanted to.
So has it taken damage from the grease?
It did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We don't need the flame just yet. We'll be okay.
Okay. Sounds good. You do get a karma for failing your check, and then you are safe to be hidden there along the wall. It's perfect. Did everyone move where they wanted to move so far?
Yeah, I'm good.
Pretty good. Okay. All right, cool. This vortex, now seemingly actually aware of you at least, is now covered. It's just a mess of things. It's going to move directly over to Ida. And you see its form kind of just tries to like essentially swallow you. Like it literally just like rushes up to you and tries to just like engulf you. But it's just going to be an attack against you. And it's only a 2. It has to roll a 3 to have hit you in the first place. And it did not. So for this first monster, that is all it's going to do. It moved where it wanted to move. It did its attack. Starting back at the top, you guys do whatever you want.
Okay. So technically the first person to go was Homer.
But for the record, turns are all at the same time, however you want. But it's easy to start with the same thing.
He's gonna do his signature attack. As you can see in his portrait, he's got little playing cards. So he takes out his deck of playing cards. He's going full like gambit here. He's gonna crackle it with some air and lightning and just throw it like a, and it's a 2 of spades, so he throws 2. He has to follow the rule of whatever he throws. All right,
okay.
And he throws those into him.
All right, this is more directly targeting the thing. Before I was making it easy, targeting the grease. So this thing does have a little bit higher magic resistance, as it is seemingly magic itself. So it has 2d6 magic resistance. You just have to beat a 2.
Okay. And I'm flavoring this just as the Elementalist Bolt of Elemental Energy. So it says...
Oh, okay.
Fire at a target, inflict 1 strike, and then cause an additional effect. Oh, I see. Just an additional. So I choose, again, between 1 to 3, right?
Yep, that's right.
And I just need to beat a 3?
2.
Or 2. Okay. We'll go 1d6. Oh my goodness. Let me redo that.
I think you got it.
4.
Yeah, there we go.
The Windows bars covering my screen. I didn't realize I had more numbers in there.
That's funny. 21d6. I see some 1s in there. Spell fails. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
So the
4.
extra effect just says that since it's air, it's just like a pushback is all.
Oh, okay. That's actually kind of good. Okay. For this specific thing. Okay, so it takes 1 strike of damage from your spell, and then it is pushed back slightly as well. And you're noticing that when it's pushed back, well, never mind. We'll just let that go. It does actually effectively get pushed back, despite it also being a weird mass of air and magic and things. So that's good. 1 strike done. Did you want to move at all?
He just pokes back behind his little corner.
Makes
Lets out
sense
a
to me.
hiss.
Very good. Very good. Who's next?
He has pillows. Decides to pull those out.
Okay.
And is gonna come forward. He's always on his knees, so he like stands up, runs forward, slides forward on his knees.
Power slide. Yeah, okay.
And he's maybe if I haven't like used my miracleness already, this would be maybe like part of the miracle thing of like he's gonna be like praying, but like speaking into like there's not a spot to like speak into bellows, but you know what I mean. It's like magically, like he's not magically, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like he's like trying to like blow holy air at it.
Okay, that sounds good. What are you trying to achieve here? Just to like disperse it?
Yes, just disperse it, not necessarily make it move or anything like that.
Okay, cool. That sounds good.
I'm trying to disrupt its energies.
Okay, I can live with that. That makes sense to me. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna make it a 2d6 situation again. So 4 is your target.
Do I get to pick 1 to 3, or do I just roll 1?
Yeah, I'll allow 1 to 3. Your pick.
Okay, I will go with dose.
Exact same rolls. Okay, look at that. It works flawlessly. So you power slide on your knees up, just like you're power sliding into an altar, and you take these bellows, and you're just like trying to channel your deity's magics and miracles into this thing, and you smush the bellows towards it. And I will say that it disperses its form enough that it will have a bane on any action it takes next.
Okay.
Did you want to move at all? Other than okay, very good. All right, then over to Alex.
Is there still grease on it?
Oh yeah. Grease is still swirling about in this thing.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna grumble a little bit as I take out my deck of cards. That's the most mismatched deck of cards ever, and I'm gonna look through it and I'm gonna 2 of clubs, and then I'm gonna toss it back to the goblin friend because I'm keeping his deck stocked.
That's awesome. I like that.
And then I'm gonna take my torch out and just toss it into the vortex.
There it is. Okay, we'll call it a ranged attack. Should be pretty straightforward here. There we go. The 5 is going to do it with the target of 3 against this thing. So you toss the torch in and you see it land in the vortex. And this is going to be a cool thing. I want this to be worth at least 2 strikes because there was like setup involved. So the torch actually wouldn't even matter. The torch goes into this vortex and you watch it like somewhat slowly the grease ignites. And then like because it's moving around quickly, it like regathers itself a little bit from Homer's last attack and then basically ignites instantly. And it's enough to kind of just like explode the form of this thing, to kind of just like sends bones and shattered pottery everywhere. I will say it is completely dispersed, but there is shrapnel and debris flying at both of you guys. So
possibly hope to catch one specific thing out of the shrapnel and debris.
Yeah, sure.
My metal grease pot, I want it back.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. So both of you go ahead and give me a miraculous save. I think that normally that's just 1d6, but I think maybe friars have some special stuff with that.
Is it just a d6? Do I have a target to hit? Is it the one where you have to get a 6?
Yep.
Or is that okay?
Yep.
I'm just gonna push the button on my character sheet and see what happens.
Okay.
Hey.
You would save on a 5 is what that means. Hey, nice. Amazing. Then was it the 2, Alex?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, all right. You want to burn
I'm
any
gonna
karma
whisper
on
to
that
myself,
or anything?
"You are the luckiest, the canniest, and the most reckless man I ever knew. Bless you."
Absolutely. And no, I'm not gonna waste anything on that. I'll just use a healing pack when I'm done with this combat.
That makes sense to me. It's nothing too crazy. You do feel a large shard of like a clay pot just like jam into your torso. It is 1 strike of damage.
Okay.
But you do manage after that, your pot hits the ground and skids to a halt at your feet. So thankfully you didn't even have to catch it.
Scree wants to seem concerned for you, like he runs towards you, but really he's just opening a vial and he wants to collect your blood that's coming out of the wound.
I'm just gonna like take the piece of pottery out and like put it into the pot. As like you're gonna hear the clink like it's a medical bin. Start doing my thing here. Not necessarily gonna stop what he's doing. I'd probably think he's trying to help at first, to be honest.
Yeah, you'd think.
Learned last time about charging into debris of supernatural objects, did you?
I hit because I didn't call it Debris.
Yes, that is why. You're right. So when that's said and done, there's just scattered bones and bits of pottery everywhere now. And it did make a decent amount of noise. I'm going to see if there's any kind of like fate thing related to that. And there's not. We're good. Okay. So no worries. Where you guys are now, you might be able to begin peering into the next room there, as there's not a door necessarily blocking it. So
Scree puts up his lockpicking kit.
there is another door in front of you that is almost definitely locked, though. But the room to the left has a few bits of furniture in it. It looks kind of like an office. Yeah, it looks kind of like an office. There's a little desk, a couple chairs, a small like lantern thing that's really meant to be more like a heat source than an actual lantern even. And then there's one, let's see, there is one barrel thing that has an axe sticking out of the top of it. And then right next to that, there is a relatively large chest.
As we start to move into the next room cautiously, I might start looking around for traps. I want to see if anything looks fishy.
Okay. You look around for a minute. Everything seems mostly fine. You see that there's one small wire kind of like sticking out of this chest. It's kind of like seemingly attached to a small piece of like stone next to the chest. And it's very difficult to see, but you do see it.
Okay. And as we're walking around, I'm just going to point the wire out. And we're like, a chest in the corner, silver wire connected to the chest. Connected to the circle on the top.
I learned this from a buddy. Scree has no idea how this will play out because logically I don't know either. But he wants to do the water skin, pouring it on the wire, and then do a little finger magic to like freeze the water so it freezes the wire, and then like karate chop it to break it.
Okay, awesome.
I don't know if that's like it would still make the trap go off or if it does need a pull or something, but that's what he wants to try to do.
Okay, I like the idea. We'll say, honestly, that's pretty smart. I'm just gonna see. You just gotta beat a 2 with your magic, and this should work out just fine.
All right, he's confident, so he's doing 1 die. Oh, he's so confident.
There it is. Okay, this goes perfectly, like you would not believe. And it's because the water trickles like onto the stone where the wire is like fastened also. So when you crack the wire, the stone also cracks a little bit, and it's all just kind of like one quick water on freeze. You hear the wire snap, and it seems that whatever likely trap was, mechanized on this thing is completely disarmed.
Because the most ugly looking grin he can give behind his back, his shoulder towards you. And without even looking, flips open the lid with a little deft finger swab.
All right. As soon as you do, you see a terribly jagged set of teeth and a tongue sprawl out of this chest.
You say a tongue?
Yeah.
Oh, he wants the tongue.
This is a very classic mimic. The trap was just a setup. The trap wasn't even anything. So the chest opens up, the tongue, you see it, you kind of just like reach in like it's nothing. Literally just like grab a hold of the tongue. And then the tongue violently snaps out of your hand and tries to just like completely grapple your body.
Okay.
Here we go.
Could I try to throw something in the mouth of the mimic while it's trying to eat him?
Ooh, I do like that. I like that a lot, actually. That's pretty cool. Technically, a 3 would hit, so I'm just going to give it a Bane since you're doing that.
Okay. And what I have is a jar of smelling salts. And I just want to break it inside the mimic's mouth.
Okay, so a couple things will happen here. That's pretty fun. Of course, even with the Bane, it actually rolled a 3 again. But you throw the smelling salts in, and the tongue wraps around your goblin friend there in front of you. You see it. And the very moment that you're like completely grappled by this massive muscular tongue, a jar of smelling salts explodes into the mouth of this mimic as well. And you see it kind of like coughing, and it tries to like drag you in to the chest itself, but it's way too messed up from the smelling salt situation happening, and it cannot complete that action. So basically, there's just kind of a mimic now violently just like banging around on the ground back and forth, trying to recover from these smelling salts. I gotta put something there. But yeah, so you guys all see an opportunity to react to this appropriately now. Feel free to take turns and actions here again?
You go already, Homer?
No, I think I would just. I think I would use my staff to try to get you free, like wedge it between you and the tongue or something.
That's pretty cool. That sounds good. Probably classify it as a melee attack if that helps you. Otherwise, it's just a 1d6.
And I'm gonna say, as I'm like trying to like fight the thing in the tongue, like what can I tell you? Life in the wide world goes on much as it has in this past age, full of its own comings and goings, scarcely aware of the existence of goblins, for which I am very thankful.
Okay, you do a darn good job. So you actually managed to pry your friend out of this tongue. You just kind of like slap the tongue a little bit and then jam your staff between them, and the tongue releases and your friend is no longer grappled. I need to actually get a token on for this dang tongue. I'm sure there's one here.
Yeah, it's a default token for everybody.
Yeah,
Giant tongue.
No, I mean it's a mimic. We'll use this cabinet. Perfect. All right. So the cabinet's along the wall. Yeah, exactly. Y'all got it. You're locked in here. Okay, so yeah, it's banging around there. It like slams into the barrel next to it too, and the axe that's like in the top of the barrel kind of like breaks off and lands on the ground as well. And yeah, so you're all there. I'm gonna guess
I'm gonna set you up, Alex. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. He's frustrated. He's also crying because of all the smelling salts. And he's going to grab his grappling hook, little air magic out, and he wants to swing this thing and to catch like on the roof of the mouth of this thing, vault over it, and just go like, and just like keep the mouth open to like set up something for his friend.
Okay.
So let's see, what do I need to get here?
So that's pretty awesome. I would say there's a couple things. Do you want to prioritize setting your friend up, or do you want to prioritize? I mean, that's the play.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Could that just be like a help action?
Yeah,
or do I
100%.
still need to like succeed?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, then
So
I'll narratively flavor that so it looks like I did my part, and if he messes up, he looks like the dumb one, and then I'll just give him the help action.
this guy knows how to play RPGs. All right, perfect. So Alex, basically you're seeing your friend. He does exactly what he's saying here. So you see he's kind of wrestling this thing. He's got the grappling hook with his magic. The mouth is just like pried open, vulnerable.
Perfect. And with all of that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and just get my crossbow ready and just aim right at the tongue. Just kind of like trying to pin it to the ground, more or less.
Okay, so it's a normal ranged attack plus an extra boon.
4?
4. Okay, you want to keep it with that? I know you've got karma.
You know what? You're right. I'll use 2 karma to make it a 6 to explode.
There it is. So automatically this thing's taking 1 strike of damage just from that. Feel free to confirm that crit.
6.
Oh, and
Explodes?
another one.
Hey, there you go.
2 strikes of damage already. Keep on going.
I don't like that one, so hero die. 3 more karma to make it explode.
Okay, that's another strike of damage done there then.
All right. Crap. What's it take to hit this thing?
3.
3 or 4?
3.
3? Okay. I'll leave it be.
All right, this thing all in one turn with a beautiful setup too. This thing takes 4 strikes of damage, which is absolutely absurd. So this, I don't know if it's rapid fire or if it's just like one of super precise bolt, but there's one shot you take where the tongue of this creature is like pinned up against the roof of it now. And it's also kind of like jammed into the wall. So this thing is like just like flailing, like just stuck on the wall, basically. Did anyone need any more movement?
I'll just call out. That's the last thing you'll ever smell.
It's true. The room is just violently aromatic right now. Okay.
Where are we turn order wise?
I think all of you went once just now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it would be Homer, right? Me and
Well,
Finn just went twice, and now it's Homer.
The mimic would go real quick. I'm pretty sure. Am I wrong?
Yeah, we all went once, so the mimics would go.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you
Sorry,
pried.
I must have forgot.
You pried the tongue off. You ungrappled your
I
friend.
got him out of there.
That's right.
Wasn't that last round though?
I don't think so. I think all this thing did so far was to start it because it was like a surprise.
Okay.
So it went. All of you went. Now it would go again.
Yeah,
I believe. So
Go.
Not that it will be able to do much at all, actually. It's literally just going to like spend its whole action trying to escape. Because I'm going to say you really made it suffer. It's like actually pinned up against the wall and a mess kind of thing. So I'm going to have it do an action to try to escape what it's doing. Treat it the same as a hit. So it is going to at least escape where it is. And basically, it's just going to try to run away. So it's going to literally just kind of like side skirt you guys and try to dip up out of here. But it can't quite make it out of the room. As you literally see it like come off and is just like bumbling like a giant jumping bean through the room just loudly. But it can't quite make it out. And that is its turn. So now, and it also seems very like damaged, heavily damaged. So y'all.
Does it have like legs that's letting it move? Like little legs came down?
I will say yes. This is the first time you're seeing them because they're so little. There's like weird little like purple, wet looking paws almost. There's just like two.
Be possible for me to use my manacles to maybe like attach it to the wall? Like if there's something on the wall or nearby, something I could, one on a leg and the other on something else.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, this is a bit of an office. You see a couple sconces that are meant to hold torches that are like seemingly firmly built into the stones here. So yeah, I'd say so. Do you want to try to do like a little grapple action, like leash it up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Probably, again, would be maybe called a melee attack if that helps you.
I don't think so.
Okay, just 1d6. Okay. So I'm going to say that you do manage to attach the manacle as you're running up. You like, like stick one to the wall. Yeah. And you manage to kind of just like essentially leash this thing to the wall there. You see it skid to a halt, lets out a pained groan. And again, it's just kind of like flailing about now kind of in one spot. Can't quite get out of the room.
We should get the tongue pinned up again so we can carve it up while it's still alive.
Just thinking to myself, how did I end up in this group?
Yeah, right.
You're like the only normal person.
While you think that, you feel a slimy hand wanting to hold your hand. Scree looking up at you. Would you like to? Could you fetch the tongue for me?
Sure thing, Scree, just wiping off the oil. And I feel like there's really only one thing left to do, and that's just chop this thing up.
I think you're probably right. Yeah, roll for this. Roll for it.
Could we just cut the tongue out and break off the teeth and then let's leave it?
That'll teach it. But I think I'll just swing my short sword at it. It's right in reach. I'm just going to just right on top.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Go for it. Yep, that'll do it. And it is indeed the last strike this creature can handle. So, yeah, this thing's all sorts of pinned up. It almost escaped. We'll say that maybe it would have even, but your friend locked it up there and you just slammed down your short sword, essentially breaking this thing completely in half, and you watch it just kind of like slump down and stop moving.
Just look at then I'll look at the tongue and be like, that's a good like 3-4 feet there. That's probably enough for a sandwich. And you just start walking away.
I want to carve it up. Let's see if it's got anything good inside it.
All right, you do exactly that. It's got a mimic tongue and teeth, a couple eyeballs that took a while to find, but they're there. And this tongue has a strange acid within it, it seems, that could surely be weaponized should it be captured in a vial of some sort.
I'm going to carefully give the tongue to Scree.
Scree, original thought. You can penalize me here because this is definitely not my school of magic, but he wanted to like enchant this thing so that the tongue salivates and comes more alive when it detects creatures of its same type around it.
Okay. Okay. That's crazy.
But that's magic, yeah.
That's true. I'm just going to set the DC at a 6 and let you try.
All right. I mean, let's do the threes. Let's go.
That's right.
Roll 3d6.
Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay. It actually works. You're not even sure how, but it actually works. This thing basically becomes a, what are they called? Like the copper things, the copper poles, something rods, whatever. It becomes one of those. Rod. That's it. And yeah, so somehow it's a radar for that kind of thing.
Nice.
Yes, this is my tongue now.
I also like to imagine it's just flopping on the floor and I'm still jangling the bones. So we're just slowly collecting weird sounds from every kill.
That's true. You're becoming every creature.
He had it like wrapped him like a scarf, and then it like comes up when you get near stuff. Like it starts to like.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's gonna keep it. He'll make it like a necklace, tuck it under his shirt so that he can feel it kind of wiggle and come to life and lick him whenever on his chest or whenever it detects anything. So
Great.
he'll be aware.
You know, we're more at home here than we would be anywhere else.
You guys are
You are a Delver, right? So
Is there a lock on this thing? Scree walks over excitedly with his
There
lockpick.
definitely is, bro. There
Wait.
is.
does the desk have drawers or anything? Can I search the desk?
Yeah. You search the desk. You do find most of it's just like old rotted paper and stuff like that. There is one book that is hardly preserved, but it is like tightly bound and was kept there forever. It seems to be some sort of journal that gives you some general stuff. Basically tells you of, you can kind of see that it's just like the writings of a mage of some sort. And the first couple pages, it's like kind of just documenting really in-depth magic lore that it's like researching maybe. By the end of the book, this person is like completely crazy, like straight up delusional as heck. Like the walls are talking and his own like shadow has come to life and become his friend and a bunch of just weird stuff, like lost his crap.
If it takes a couple minutes to read that, could I maybe make a necklace out of the smallest of the teeth to wear? I'm feeling like really
course.
jealous of the tongue.
That makes sense.
Or
Yeah.
cute
No,
necklace.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Fio, what kind of book you got there?
This is the lost book of scripture.
Is it? It's not a wizard book, is it?
Here, you should read it. It'll bring you to the.
He takes it and he takes a big bite out of it and he spits it out. Goblins hate books.
And I'm just gonna grab the book, slowly take off my backpack, and say, "If you find it, put it in the bag." Just go like the traditional supporter role, like whatever you find, just shove it in here, guys.
Even books. You want to put literature in that treasure knapsack of yours?
Well, you're always gonna need something to burn later, right, Scree?
Okay.
If we're taking a couple minutes, is this a good time for Ida to maybe like patch himself up or something?
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
What is Ida short for?
Eat a lot.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
Thank you. I'm also hungry.
We're just neither of us like correct that at all. We're just like, yeah, that fits. That's right.
Yeah, that's correct. But anyway, this door is locked. Yeah, you do take a second. You find that book. You are able to patch yourself up a bit. You make a necklace of mimic teeth. And this whole time, well, I don't know. I don't know about the whole time. At some point, Scree comes over to pick this lock. I guess we'll see. Roll a d6.
Yeah, see if it breaks or not.
Right.
My mana closed back too, by the way, in case that wasn't.
Very good. Very good. Okay. It really doesn't take you too long at all. You pick this lock even faster than the first one. It's almost like you've got a bit of experience with it now. And in doing so, it would reveal the next room. Let's see. What do we have here? Something like that. Yeah. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. In this room, you're noticing there's just like weird strands of like darkness in the air almost. Like specifically, Scree, you can see it because you can kind of see down here decently. And there's just like shreds of bits of the air that you cannot see through. Kind of like wave, almost like faster moving like strands of smoke or something through the room. There's not a lot, but it's just kind of noticeable every now and then.
If Scree does a little push of gust of wind, does it push the strands at all, or they kind of feel like they're set in their place?
That's honestly a really good question. Do me a favor and just roll a d6 to determine that. They don't move when you do that, seemingly.
Gonna draw a goblin arrow on the floor and then crawl on all fours, sniffing. He's gonna kind of maneuver around the strands.
Okay, I see. You kind of like slowly make your way into the room. This room seems to be almost like a ballroom kind of. There are a few different ornate statues along, like basically at every corner of the room. And the statues are decorated to look like royalty, most of them feminine, wearing like very ornate clothing and kind of just like looking generally pretty. They are all elves, actually.
Elves. Never seen any goblin statues.
That's true.
Well, there was that
Amazing
one.
statues.
It was upside down and hanging.
We don't talk about that one. A little bit of jealousy is through him. He wants to go up to one of the statues, kind of inspect it. If anything's nothing crazy, he wants to take out his chalk stick and kind of draw like a twirly mustache on it or something.
Okay. Sounds good. In the process of doing this, you notice that these strange black strands almost are like clinging to the back of this statue, where the room is especially more dark, where it's kind of just like in the corner kind of thing there. So like these strange black strands almost seem to just be like more coalesced in that area.
Fira, you want to come pray these strands away or something? They got creepy vibes.
Yeah, do I get any kind of weird vibes? I'm gonna like maybe hesitate before I enter the room.
100%. You get super weird vibes. What's your deity?
Serenos. He's the ancient horned one representing wild fertility, prosperity, primal wilderness, and the underworld.
Okay.
Bridges
Well,
the regular.
Interesting. Either way, I'd say that maybe not in direct opposition to anything you stand for or anything like that, but you still can feel that there's some strange supernatural things happening. Something definitely feels off.
I'm gonna grab my holy symbol, which is, I think, a crown, like a leaf woven, not leaf, what would you like, vine and leaves woven with like antler horns.
Cool.
That's probably like my holy symbol. Like, but miniature, like it probably hangs on a necklace or something. I have
Okay.
2 necklaces, I guess. I'll probably like hold that up as like almost like it's a ward, even though it's like not magical or anything. It's just literally just like a common symbol that everyone would have. And like maybe I have kind of an equivalent of like a, type of a thing that I'm doing as I like enter. And I think maybe I would even try to like, because you said the black tendril things are like behind the statues.
Yeah, it seems like almost just like the way that fog collects in like more surface areas, kind of similar to that. But yeah.
I think I will like get a dab of holy water in my hand and like spritz it on the statue and try and like say a prayer of like cleansing or something.
Okay. This will be interesting. Okay, this will be really interesting. So you do exactly that. And you're noticing that when the holy water is like, you notice there's spots where it's like actually touching these black tendrils sort of, and they immediately like almost just like writhe like somewhat like rapidly in response to that. And you notice that they like creep out from behind the shadow or from behind the statue and kind of just like run away along the wall as you're doing that.
All right, guys, we need to quickly make a little fire in the center of the room so we can get a little pot and boil the holy water and like have it steam out the room.
This is how you make holy water.
We need to make some holy steam. And we got the air guy who can like send the puffs of steam all around and stuff,
Air Guy was my former name.
That was
Here,
like
guy, that's my father.
his childhood, his like boy, like the little boy nickname.
Yeah. That's before I became an adventurer and was in HVAC. All right.
Before getting to that, Mystic Barrier, as an action, you can shield yourself with magic until it absorbs or you get hit or you fall unconscious. He's got to protect himself first.
Okay. Throwing up Mystic Barrier around yourself. Very good. Okay. So do you kind of enact this plan of setting up a quick spot to boil up some holy water?
I have the ability to make a fire and a pot to boil it in.
It's true. It'd be relatively easy to make happen.
Scree has the ability to blow.
I'm not sure I have any
Perfect.
water.
On my knees. Anyways,
I have
Oh,
preserved
have water
rations,
skin.
and
I have
that's
a
the
water
only
skin.
thing that could possibly be water for my list.
holy water.
You have holy water?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Well, you guys basically pretty rapidly are able to build up yourself a little fire. And you're noticing that like as you're working on it, every now and then, like out of the corner of your eye or whatever else, as you're like focused on that, you notice that these like black wisps or whatever like slowly creep closer to you until you look at them, and then they kind of like retreat a little bit more kind of thing, as if they're like trying to prevent you but not trying that hard. But you get the fire lit and you notice a lot of them kind of like retreat somewhat immediately but not completely, and you're able to set up the pot and whatever holy water you have as well. And it would begin to slowly warm up.
While that's going on, can I use my hammer and a tiny pigeon to see if I can't like take a little bit off of one of these statues?
Sure. Yeah. I'd say you'll be able to do that pretty easily. That's pretty simple.
Just like take a pinky or something.
Perfect. Yeah. You're definitely able to do exactly that. I'd say as
Any
you're working
negative
on
side effects?
no. Nope. You pull the pinky. You pull the pinky. That needs to be a phrase. I don't know. That just
Yeah, I said that.
you pull the pinky and nothing happens. No, you do. You have a pinky. As the fire is the fire in the middle of the room?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say if you can see, there is no like obvious barrier into that next room per se. So, whoops, that's not the right tool. No hotkeys, so there's no hope in that. There we go. Okay, you would see into this next room as well. There's like a very large curtain that kind of like spans this area here. So there's not necessarily a door, but there's literally just like hanging curtains. But they are tattered a bit, and you notice, maybe the most perceptive of you would notice that there's something that moves in the next room. You can kind of see it move a little bit through like the holes of the curtain every now and then. The first time you're like, maybe that was nothing. Next couple times you're like, no, I'm definitely seeing something over there.
Easy. Let's blow up. Let's shoot some wind over there and blow up that curtain for a long amount of distance to see what's on the other side.
Very good. Very good.
Might be good to set a trap too if we want them to come to us.
Okay.
Could we maybe? Is there? Does anyone else have holy water, or is it just me?
Just you.
Could it be that maybe? Okay, so if we see that curtain and there's something moving, maybe before putting the holy water into the pot to start to like get it to warm and boil and stuff, perhaps I could put my holy symbol in there with some other water, and then hand to Edie or whatever his name is. I'm sorry. The holy water, and then go douse that curtain.
Oh, interesting.
So if it has to come to us, it'll have to go through the soaked curtain, which is like would be like dripping with holy water.
I mean, we could do that. We might want to figure out what it is first, though, and that might be a good idea for like the trap, more or less.
Yeah, I'm gonna also
I just wouldn't want to waste it.
Yeah, you could wait to douse it, but you could go over and look or something. But I'm like,
what do you guys
really creeped out by all these things, so I'm gonna mutter to myself that the time of elves is over. Do we leave this place to its fate? Do we let them stand alone?
Then Scree will take a card, do a little origami, make a little crane, some kind of bird. Gonna mutter a little magic, and he wants to animate it so it can go like flutter out and be like his get his eyes through that thing.
Ooh, cool. Okay,
See what we can do there.
Here, let's do. I think two. Oh no. Okay, one of them's a 6. All right.
Right. I will match your 6 with a 1.
2 1s.
Well, you got twice as many ones. That's better, right?
That's true. I will say that this still kind of almost works. It just doesn't work in time. So you send the origami out, and you're like, all right, here we go. Where are my eyes? I'm not seeing anything. The origami just like gently just like hits the curtain and then falls to the ground. And the spell fails.
Guys, I'm just going to blow up the curtain.
That's so funny. Okay, you gain a karma, by the way, for that too.
Oh, I've been counting.
All right, good. Very good. All right.
So, go ahead and do that. I kind of want to run a rope across this way here, connected to 2 of the statues, so that way if it charges through, it'll knock over some statues.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay.
Just
here.
decorated that one.
Yeah.
Find the other one.
All right, so we've got statue here, and a rope spanned between them. Very good. All right. Sounds good. Now, this is easier. Not that much easier. But you can definitely blow this curtain. Now it's just going to be a matter of like how effectively a 5 is the target to do it the way you want.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. We'll do 2. Nope.
Wow.
One.
Okay. So you managed to like you still send wind at this thing. It reveals basically you can't see exactly what's in the other room, but it reveals something for just a moment. And there's like a pinpoint spot where it really blows the curtain like a lot. And it's like very disturbing, but you still don't see that much. You just see a larger accumulation of the darkness stuff that's been happening in like one spot. That's, you just get a glance of that. That's it.
A little bit extra darkness, advanced darkness.
Is it a shadow of the darkness?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, should we check that door before we charge in too? Probably a good idea.
Wait, what? Don't get more things interested in us.
Fine, I'll put my drum away.
Is this pot boiling yet?
I'd say right about now, it is boiling a bit. And it is seemingly enough that you're noticing. Oh yeah, it just makes sense too. Like right about the time you see the bigger accumulation of the dark things, you're also seeing the other dark strands that's happening in the room kind of like begin to just like go away from the fire and the room in general, and like just slowly just creep under the curtain.
Coalescing. They're like combining over there.
Okay.
I still say douse that curtain in water, or douse the rope in holy water, maybe.
Sure. On the other side.
Maybe it'll like run. Maybe it'll come through, get the curtain. It'll be like a comedy. Like the curtain will fall on it, covered in a thing. It'll trip on the rope. Like
then it falls into the bottom pot of boiling holy water.
Yeah, exactly. It's totally gonna work that way.
Yeah. We're not fighters. We're just Rube Goldberg machine makers.
So
yeah, if we want to douse it, we totally can. If we want to get its attention, I can throw a torch on the other side. Maybe we'd be able to see it. Maybe it'd make it come over here.
That seems like a good way of getting its attention. The curtain.
Okay. No one's against it.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I'll light a torch and slide it across the floor.
Okay. Sounds good. Where do you intend it to land?
I was kind of just hoping for like dead center of the room. However far I'm allowed to get it, I'd more or less be standing right here, just hoping for like a good curling throw, you know?
Okay, that sounds good. So you just launch it under there. Okay. And you do exactly that. And from the other side, so you slide this torch, it lights up the room decently, a little bit more with the fire too and stuff. So you light the torch, you slide it under, and as you see it like slide under and you hear it rolling on the other side, and it just like stops. You can see a vague glowing of the torch's light protruding from the tears of the curtain and beneath the curtain. And then you see the light just vanish, and you hear like a snuffing sound.
Ew.
Okay.
I'd say right about now, from the opposite side, like where the door is, you guys are also hearing what sounds like stone grinding against stone, like sliding of a large stone or something
in front of me.
Make it more lockable.
It is another. Can you lock it more? It's the same kind of door, but you are noticing that this one it has a lot of like ornate scrolling on it. It's very intentionally a fancier door, but it's the same general materials and things.
It's got a keyhole too. Like can I just peep through the keyhole? See what I see through my goblin eye.
Absolutely. You peep through this keyhole and you see this.
Oh yeah, I want that. I really want that. That looks nice. No sliding stone things, or is that the thing that is sliding closer?
I would say since you're peeping, you notice that the very like top of this altar or whatever this thing is indeed a large stone slab, and it seems to slowly be sliding off of its base.
Okay.
All right. He wants to hurriedly try to pick this lock so he can try to close it.
Okay.
I've seen this show before. Let me roll. I'm gonna spill all my whatever it's called favor if it's bad. I'm gonna spend 2, which brings me back down to 2 to get a 6.
Okay. That gives you a critical success. So you pick this one right away, like less than 10 seconds. You look through the hole, you see what's happening. You're like, uh-oh. Less than 10 seconds, you manage to pick this lock. And you are very sure that the door is unlocked. And also right about this time, you guys are kind of looking around. You're seeing some of the black, spooky smoke tendril stuff begin to creep from under the curtain into the room.
I do have a plan.
Opening the door doesn't cause any. Is that do anything? Because I know you said there's like shapes or something like that on it.
Okay, that was for the door. No, the door seems to be opening fine. No issues.
Thing looks heavy. I don't know if wind's gonna close it. So
door opens. You see this room better now. You're noticing that there's just like this strange, just like reddish mist, almost like flames. Like the mist apparates enough to almost flicker like flame, and it just starts to like peek out from where this stone is slowly moving.
okay, let's throw a card dead center, line drive at the slab to create a little kinetic like punch to it to make it slide back over.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds
That's the
kind of
best
tough.
I can do there.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with a 3d6, I think, for the goal here. So let's see.
He really wants that thing to come out, guys.
5.
Any assistance from my folks, or are y'all focused on that side over there?
It's a spell, or else I would.
I could. All
I
right.
can't even imagine how they would assist you, but you never know.
Yeah, let's do 2. We're gonna go for 2. Let's go.
There you go.
You made it happen. You whip this card. You see it slam into the altar, and you're like, maybe that worked. I think it might have worked. And it's like nothing happens for a second, but it actually is enough. You see that the slab, I don't know if the slab would move back, but it stops moving entirely. Like it completely stops.
Okay.
Just slow it down.
Very cool.
Scree's gonna try to handle this. Y'all do y'all's thing.
Okay.
But he's gonna
Okay.
run over at the altar while they're doing their thing.
The tendrils, you guys are watching this curtain. Oh, go ahead. Were you going to say something, Alex?
My plan for that was I have a package of nails, I have a flask of oil, and I also have an oilskin bag. So I'm going to slam down nails and oil just in this little like line, more or less, right after the curtain. So if you step on it, you're going to get stabbed or flicked or set on fire. And if
Okay,
you,
awesome.
Slip into the statues, that's your fault too.
That's your fault too. That's on you. All right. So
Good thing.
you do exactly that. As soon as you're like finishing up your preparation of what's happening, you see more of these tendrils kind of like rapidly start like coming out from under the curtain. And then you actually see the curtain itself like just slowly in like a large, just like circular shape, just like start protruding out. And you see this big old thing just kind of start leaving where the curtain is. Oh, hold on. I can actually switch back to the right thing here.
I can't even see
Boom.
it yet, and I'm already not a fan.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was right.
Vaguely humanoid shaped. You're noticing like just like flailing arms and tendrils and like sort of a torso and leg situation. And the tendrils, like you can't tell what's sort of arms and what's hair. You can't really even tell what's going on, but you can tell there's just like a mass that's somewhat humanoid, and it's just kind of hanging out. And then as it kind of comes through, the curtain, it kind of parts for it, seemingly not really even touching it. It's very strange. The curtain seems to part for it, and then as the curtain is parted, you notice that it has several similar figures actually behind it, though smaller. Right. Something like that. And then you hear this thing like kind of just sounds like air moving for a little bit, but then it like kind of forms into words, and you hear something. You hear the main one specifically say, "You will not touch the master."
No, thank you.
Yeah.
If I could do my holy light now.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me remind myself how it works really fast.
Same.
As an action, you call down a holy light. The light can either heal nearby allies or damage enemies. We're going with damage.
That makes sense.
You attack enemies near you for 1 strike each, or for 2 to undead and demons. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So you roll a die for
Unlike
every
normal
creature.
miracles or magic, you can use karma to boost rolls to 4.
Nice. Okay, so you roll a die for every creature that you're attacking within near. So these guys are all fitting that bill, I believe. Then every 4 or higher counts as a hit and will do the damage.
So
Pretty clutch in this situation.
Is that close enough? I think I would just like walk out. I'm like, there's like huge sweat stains now, but I'm like gonna walk out super confidently and be like, back to the underworld.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go for it.
Ooh,
Oh
how
my
about that?
gosh. Are you kidding
Wow.
me?
This is my moment to shine, literally.
Okay.
And I think it's gonna come from my staff too. Like I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna say, "You shall not pass."
Wow. Okay. That's huge. So every one of these creatures, these creatures are going to be classified as a type of demon. So every one of these creatures take 2 damage, 2 strikes right away. All 3 of the minions immediately are hit by this light and are just like, their darkness is literally just like cast against the wall and just kind of like scatters. They straight up are dead. All the minions are dead. 1 shot. That is amazing. This bigger one seems to be able to take a bit of a hit. So I'm curious. It said that you can use karma on that. Can you crit with it also? Just kidding. Unlike normal miracles or magic, you can use karma to boost rolls to 4. Well, it just says the karma thing. It doesn't say anything about critting, so I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
Okay, but like I said, still an awesome, incredible attack. So incredibly effective. This thing is violently hurt by that, but now seems to like move almost more violently and aggressively at this point. Seems to be that it will surely attack you soon. But
Where's the line of nails and oil?
good question.
I
It's
would
probably
assume-
like a step in front of it, if that. But you said the curtain too, right?
It was right in front of the curtain. So
Okay.
the curtain was on this square right here.
Yep, so
and
he's,
I,
like, in
I
it.
envisioned it to be on this square between that and the rope.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. He's definitely like, this thing is definitely like standing over it right now, for sure. Floating, kind of like sort of hovering over it, but it's like right there.
Time to let the oil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that the play?
Yeah, I guess I might as well. Would tossing a torch be my entire action at the oil slick, or can I still shoot him with my crossbow?
It seems like it should be. It'd be like having the torch, you know. It'd be like lighting the torch and getting it there. Probably a full action.
What if I grab one of the flaming pieces of wood behind me and just toss it?
That I can live with. That makes a lot of sense. That's probably closer to a free action. I could see that, and then also an attack made after that.
Yeah.
I like it. I can live with that.
What I was envisioning was like the wood on fire, and then I would have like the head of my crossbow sitting in the boiling holy water. Then I'd
Okay.
toss the torch, and then I'd turn around with the boiling holy water crossbow and say something to the effect of like a very poor version of Homer's thing. Be like, "Hear me, goat father, hear my plea," and then just shoot it out, even though that was not his name.
All right, that sounds great. You run over there, you grab the torch and toss it into the grease. The grease immediately catches on fire. It immediately does 1 strike to this creature and is continuing to be on fire there as well. So yeah, basically there's a whole just like line of fire across that area.
I'll get it.
Perfect. And then you reach for your crossbow bolt and grab it out of the boiling holy water. You take your shot. Go for it.
+1 karma for a 4.
Nice. That sounds good. It is. Yeah, that is definitely enough. Perfect. So it takes the 1 strike from that attack as well. All right. So it's standing in some fire. If it stays there, it's going to take more damage from it, which is pretty cool. Did either of you want to move at all? Or technically, I know that Scree is distracted and all, but you see what's happening now too. So if you wanted to do anything specific here, you could. I guess regardless, you can do something here if you want, whether it's about the shadow thing or not.
You know, doing pretty well. Scree wants to.
We got Cthulhu. You take out Nosferatu.
Maybe that's the master over here. How high is the ceiling above in this new room? Is it
I
high?
would say this room specifically is probably pretty tall.
Okay.
Like nice vaulted ceilings, maybe like how tall? Like 20 feet.
Okay. I saw there's some like ledges off, so they're like pits. Is those like pits there?
Yes.
How
Yes,
far
there
deep
are.
do those go?
You cannot see the bottom.
Push this thing in there.
You want to push this thing in there?
And something's in there, right? So he let's see.
Shadow, the floating shadow, or the
the thing that's in the tomb, the crypt, whatever.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You want to push this sarcophagus
Maybe.
situation
Yeah,
into the
he's going to run
depths.
up to the sarcophagus. Quick look. Anything significant about it that could give valuable information to Scree?
Yes, you're noticing it's definitely
It's
something.
teeth.
The sarcophagus itself is like glowing with some sort of magic. There's like veins and ley lines of magic, something or other, in the sarcophagus itself. That's the first thing catching your attention. I guess we said the thing didn't shut necessarily, so it's not very open though. You did manage to like stop it from moving open. There, you could be able to peer inside and see what looks to just be like, how do I describe this? It looks just like a completely plain, like emotionless, almost mask of a face that's just like almost like obsidian, just like black, shiny, and little bits of like glowing things around like what would be like the neck that's kind of like matching the red magic stuff on the sarcophagus itself.
Okay. I'm going to do something a little wild here. He peers through, he sees that mask. He can't tell if he's being clever or greedy, but he's going to use one of his 2 OP spell scrolls. Yeah. It's a card. He whips out a card, and the card just has like a little palm, like something grabbing something, and he has it, and it burns, and it's called Galbrax's Gimme, and it says, any object you can see teleports to your hand. So he wants the mask, and he's going to teleport it to his hand. Did I ruin any of your plans there, Cody?
Okay, so that's awesome. First off, very, very interesting. Okay, so when you do this, you expect to have a mask in your hand, and instead you are met with you just like palming the face of a rather large construct that is now just like sitting on the ground, laying on the ground in front of you, and you're holding its face. It looks like it's not in this room with you per se. I just want to get it on here so you can see it. It looks like that. So basically you're just like palming that thing's face, and it's just like on the ground in front of you now, next to the sarcophagus. So realistically it would be, actually unveil this stuff so it makes sense. All right. So this thing would be like here-ish. You'd be in there somewhere.
Is it the noise it makes when it moves?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Nice. Sweet. Let's use his horn. I'm going to grab out the horn. Take a good inhale. And then airbend this thing to try to like push it into the pit.
Okay. That's awesome.
Looks heavy, but we're going to try it.
Okay.
With the horn, just the. I know sound attracts something too, so.
That is awesome. Okay, that sounds good. And then after that, we'll kind of cut back to the rest of what's happening here. So you burn the spell scroll, you just summon this thing essentially on accident, but it is kind of just like on the ground. It doesn't seem to be active per se yet. So you're going to try to blow this thing into the pit. Okay. It has a pretty solid magic resistance. I'm going to say probably 3d6.
Okay.
So the 5, basically.
Possible.
Definitely.
What are we thinking,
possible.
crew? 2?
Yeah.
Definitely.
2. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
You take the horn and you blow on this thing, and you notice it literally like is pushed away from you directly onto the middle of this bridge, and then slowly teeters off of the bridge and goes like completely out of sight for a brief moment before you notice that just like tendrils of darkness, exactly like this creature that the others are facing off at, just like slowly pull it out of the abyss and place it back onto the bridge. It is rude. It's true. So that is a full round. This big shadow creature thing over here, I want to move these to the map so it's less annoying. There we go. Now it's, I can see over. Okay. This big thing over here, shadow monster thing, is going to step directly out of the fire. You notice that as it steps forward, its form completely basically just like swallows the rope and walks straight through it. not interacting with it at all, which is an indicator maybe for other physical things perhaps too. But it comes up over here and it looks at both of you, and it's going to essentially just like you see tendrils just like sprawl out from its form and attempt to just like lash you like whips, starting with the friar.
No.
And it has a boon in doing this as well. Oh no. Okay. I actually need to look. I feel like I remember seeing that monsters don't crit, but I want to make sure monsters do crit. So starting with the friar, it hits you for 1 strike of damage to start with, but first you actually, well, I guess we'll keep rolling, but you have armor saves to make potentially. So one thing it hits so far, it would roll to confirm the crit. Okay.
Oh,
I think it does.
That would be 2. It would roll to confirm the crit again. Okay. So 2.
oh, thank you.
So you will make 2 armor saves.
Okay, I get a 5 or a better, I believe.
Yes, because yeah, I think so.
Can I use any of my karma on this?
You can.
So can I use a total of 3 to make them both 5s?
Absolutely.
I will do that.
Very good. Very good. And then almost all in the same strike, it is going to also try to strike Ida with the same situation.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. 1.
This guy's
Again,
so
for real. Okay. That one would hit also. So armor saves twice there again.
Sounds good.
I don't know what yours are. Is it 6s? 5s?
What?
Said I don't know what
So
your
I need
armor
a
saves
5
are.
plus to be able to get it, but I've already spent all of my karma. I don't think I've had a karma refill yet. I think I've always just succeeded.
Oh, that's actually awesome.
You know.
Yeah, right. In that case, for your armor save, you will get 1 karma this round,
Nice.
since you haven't already gotten one.
I'll actually get 2.
Yeah.
Because of my victory failure.
Nice.
We'll
Yeah,
cut
that's
it
such
away.
an awesome thing. Okay, cool. That's going to be everything this creature does. It is
2
basically...
strikes though, right?
Yep, 2 strikes.
Okay.
Yep, 2 strikes.
I actually, with my
Well, it probably
empathic healing,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to. It says a free action, so can I take one of his for myself?
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
And then I lied. That's technically not all it's going to do because it's going to move.
Okay.
It is going to move. You feel it again become kind of incorporeal. It could just scoot around you, but it literally moves right through you. Kind of great. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's going to move right over
Wait,
here.
does it go through the steam of the holy water?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Or does it skirt around that?
I mean, I was trying to scurry around that. Roll a d6 for me. If it's a 5 or 6, we'll say it's affected by it one way or another. Okay. It does kind of skirt around it. I'd say not only that, but it's also like so conglomerated the way it is now that it seems to be less affected by it as well. Especially because it's probably just a little bit of steam, realistically. I don't know how much holy water you put in there, you know. So.
It's like 5 gallons, so yeah.
Oh, what?
I'm saying it's not. I'm saying it's not. It's not
what do you mean it's 5 gallons? That's crazy. Okay.
The whole barrel.
Yeah, literally 5 gallon bucket of holy water I brought with me. Okay, yeah, but that's the end of its turn. You guys are all collectively back up to do something.
I found the potions. Can I actually have had these potions, or that's not kosher?
Sure, yeah, that's fine. I mean, you should have had them, so yeah.
Okay.
That's only fair.
Okay, so I want to drink the potion of Maluk's Revenge. For a scene when you are hit by melee, missile, or magic, roll a d6 on a 4+. A mystic bolt springs from you, inflicting 1 strike on your attacker. And drinking potions is also like a free, it's not like a scroll.
Right.
So I think I will do that. And I think I'm going to put on the gloves I wear when I torture people. And I'm going to run up and grab that pot and just see if I can douse this guy. He's a pretty large creature, so I'm thinking I can just toss it on him.
Okay, I can see that. That makes sense. All right, you throw the gloves on. Go ahead, and I guess probably just a d6. I don't even know what this would be. So
yeah, D6 is like, it's like how much of the whole, it's just going to be the number of strikes. So like, I just get 1 strike for every number, you know? Just kidding. Oh,
Whoa! Okay, that's really
18
good.
strikes.
Yeah. I was like, you grab the holy water, you douse this thing, and it is, you're throwing it directly on it. It is enough to actually damage this thing now, more than the steam was for sure. So that's very good. Go ahead and roll to confirm the crit. Already got 1.
2.
Oh my gosh, 2. Keep her coming. That's crazy. All right. Okay. This thing does take 2 strikes of damage from that.
it gets too hot and I drop it on my toe or something.
Yeah. All right. Very good. It seems laser focused on moving into this next room.
Okay.
Even after you splash it, it turns, its form sort of turns back at you and then immediately turns back to keep doing whatever it's doing here.
4 strikes against this thing. I don't think I like the idea of these things Mighty Morphin Power Ranging.
All right. Next
Still
up.
got to do the fusion dance. Don't worry.
That's true. And the earrings. They got to wear the earrings. They got to do it all.
Play the
Right.
Either one of you, feel free.
Does it seem like this thing can be hit physically? I've seen it walk through a whole bunch of different physical things, and my crossbow is no longer wholly coated.
The fire did the damage though, right?
So
The fire did do the damage.
with all those clues, if I think to myself, can I shoot this right now?
Yeah, I'll lay it out for you. The fire still worked because it's like elemental, I don't know. It's not quite physical. It is, but it isn't. So I'll let that count. And it was too good of an idea not to count. So the fire, great. The crossbow, specifically because it was dipped in holy water, good. You are correct that otherwise physical stuff, straight up not even going to touch it.
I have an oil skin bag. If I could just throw that at it with another log from the fire, or even just set the bag on fire and toss it.
Yeah, let's say, or put the bag on the end of your bolt, dip it in the fire, then shoot it.
Yeah. Basically, any way that I can get this flaming projectile to him is how I want to do it.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Let's call it a ranged attack, and we'll see how it goes.
Plus 2 karma.
Okay, to make it 5?
Yes.
Okay, 5 definitely does it. So basically what you're going to do here, you've got the plan. You're thinking it out. What do I do? What do I do? You grab a log out of the fire. You've already got your oilskin thing in your hand. You literally just kind of toss it up, frisbee it up, and then you just javelin it with this burning log. And the exact moment that this log impacts it, it pierces the oil, catches all the oil on fire, and it's just a spray of fire against this creature. And it does indeed take a strike of damage from that as well.
Perfect.
It's gonna be 5, right?
I'm now completely out of explosives.
Yeah. Okay.
That you could use as maybe a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Any movement from you guys?
I actually think I'll be right over here. The full 30 feet for near, so
Okay.
that way I can get closer to Fitz.
Okay.
I don't think I'll move.
Okay. No problem. And then Finn, what did you want to do this round?
Send out the animated rope and hog tie this machine.
Okay. That's awesome. Air magic to grapple this thing.
I'm going to try to get past as much as I can, which I guess is about right there.
Okay. Sounds good. This thing's got I don't even remember because I didn't write it down, but it's got a little bit of magic resistance, so at least a 2. If I don't remember what I did before, but I'm gonna say 2. 2 or 3. Oh well. Okay, 6 is the target. Tough.
Or a 3, Dan. Yeah.
Now you get the rope around this thing. It's not completely failed, but unfortunately, I will even be narrative about it. We'll say that the same tendrils that brought it out of the darkness kind of wedge between the construct before the rope actually grabs hold of it and kind of just pulls the rope off of it continuously. Unfortunately, the grapple does not work. Okay. Everyone's satisfied with where they are, their movement and all that. Okay. It's still just technically this construct is still relatively innate. It's not really moving around. It's still kind of just seemingly lifeless. This black tendril creature is going to do now the same thing. It seems actually kind of actively frustrated that you guys are trying to hold it back and somewhat succeeding. It's going to directly lunge out at Ida. with the same situation, a booned melee attack. Okay. Yes. You can taunt it. Yes.
I like how you said that like
You
Victor.
can. Yeah. I just had to think about how to make it happen. It already attacked. Man, I don't know. It already did it.
It has like a multi-attack. I wanted to be part of that, but
Oh, fair enough. Okay, yeah, no, 100%. That actually does make sense, and that's exactly what will happen. So there's just the one strike that would land if you don't make the armor save. So feel free to do that real quick.
Nope.
Okay, no karma either.
yeah, you do. You got 2 from earlier.
I used that just a second ago.
Yeah. Okay, but because because that failed armor save, I don't think you got it the last round. So you do get karma back again.
Cool.
Unfortunately, it can't be used right now, but you do have it. And then the taunt is successful. It actually will take a step back to take an attack on Homer's character. Fiero, thank you. And it will not land its shots there. All right. It will spend the rest of its movement. It's already used 5 feet to get right up in this mess. But that's all it can do for its turn. So it is done there. You guys are back up. Who's doing what? Here we go.
I would like to go first just because I won't be very useful, but I hope I can help someone else.
That makes sense.
I want to take my chalk and replicate whatever Homer's holy symbol is and just I'm basically writing a cross on the floor, a cross on the door, something that's like, invoke this, therefore I can help. But I'm essentially just making a giant ritualistic symbol wherever I can.
That's cool. Okay. And granting help to Fiero then? Okay. That's really cool. I like that a lot. So whatever you do on your turn, Fiero, you'll have a boon. And if it's like we'll see how it goes. If it's a miracle, we'll like do it separately so it can't fail you kind of thing.
Yeah, I was thinking I was going to go for a miracle. I was going to pull out my whistle.
Okay.
And like try like blow on it, but like make it be like, basically my prayer, the miracle that I'm asking for is that the sound waves will like disrupt and maybe bind these creatures and
cool. Okay.
Like wrap them in holy chains, basically.
Okay, cool. We're gonna make it are you trying to bind both of them or
just the smoky one? And if I could make it when I say bind, if I could change that and make it be that it would be vulnerable to physical attacks and things.
Ooh, okay. That's really good. I'm going to set it at a 3d6 for this miracle, I think. So let me start with that. 2 is the target. So go ahead and start with, let's do this. Start with just 1 die. That will be the help die. And if it's a 1, you can't fail with it. All right, that's enough. Technically, do you want to roll out other dice too? I don't think it would matter, really, technically. So
I can't. So, I've already succeeded.
Okay. That's amazing. All right, so the 1 die safely. Okay, it works perfectly. So you blow this whistle, and basically this thing is just like, oh, mine. Okay. It's exactly like the Venom symbiote. Like for you know what I mean? Like the sound waves, the way it works, it like literally just like resonates this thing's core. To the point that it like can't exist in normal air correctly kind of thing. So you notice that it like becomes a little bit more corporeal. Maybe even it has like more of a humanoid shape now as well. Yeah. And the miracle you asked for. So that this thing is now vulnerable to physical attacks like a normal creature.
You guys can hit it now. Scree, focus on the shadow. I know it looks like your mom, but it's not her.
No. I'm not in a bad position.
Yeah, he's kind of. I'm also thinking that too. I've got 1 strike left, so I've got like 1 arm limp down here, a little blood hanging out. I was like, I'm getting him.
You draw that symbol on the floor, like with the chalk. I'm gonna draw the same symbol and then connect the 2 as like a warp gate and try to warp to where he is.
That's wild. All right, that sounds fun. Okay. Where? You're trying to warp where
he drew his, so somewhere over there, or over there, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be in here.
That's fair, honestly. Fair point. I don't know. Who cares? That's kind of fun and crazy. It doesn't seem like that powerful either. So you got to beat a 4.
2d6. All right, we got it.
Hey, you did it. You teleport over. I'll even give you a little bit. There we go. You immediately you quickly draw this symbol on the ground and you're like, I don't know, it worked over there. And you basically just like force air magic into it and into yourself, and you like take a step and you're just like in the next room.
Cross-dimensional teleport.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Even
All
you
right,
were
gonna
like, I can't believe that worked. That, but there's
shut the door, and yeah, he wants to shut the door and then start bolting this way.
okay. Fair enough. You slam the doors behind you. What's everyone else doing?
I'm also going to be following his lead, but we have a signature for our group, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that on the floor as well. It's essentially just
Okay. Perfect. You quickly scribble that out. I'll scribble that on the ground and then move over. That one, I'll count that as a free action, of course, too. So you could
lock them in here at least, or we're just leaving. We're just running away.
yeah. That was the hope. Lock and run.
Kick the handle off or something.
It's an option. What are you thinking, Homer?
Can I cast some kind of like blessing on this? I don't have magic, but can I like do some kind of blessing on the doors?
Yeah. Ask. I don't. That doesn't seem too crazy to me. You could like.
Well, if I could give like a range of possibilities, like the far end maximum is maybe like these doors permanently, like they shine like the sun.
Oh, interesting.
Down all the way to just like very reinforced, like magically barrier.
Okay. I do like that. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm not going to roll the dice for this one. I think it's just going to be like 5 is the target. If you nail that, they're sealed extremely well. If you're a little under that kind of thing, they're sealed for now.
Yeah,
like you don't even know how long. And then the old 6er is going to like permanent seal these things. The doors they'll have like an eminence of insanely bright radiant light going on forever. All kinds of craziness. So 5. It's the rough target.
Can I use my hero die?
Yes, you can.
Even worse.
How much karma do you have?
I have 1 karma.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the 3 is what we got here.
I mean, can I turn it into a 4 with my karma? I guess the hero replaces it, right?
Yeah.
Fortunately.
So 3. Yeah, so 3.
So 3. Okay. The doors do indeed slam. And you see that there's like a radiant, basically just like crossbar thing that kind of like lands in front of them. But it's kind of a tiny little crossbar. It's not anything too crazy.
For flavor, I have a padlock and key. Could I maybe like put that on there and it's like inscribed, with the symbol or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say that you even like buy yourself a little bit of time. The door is technically shut and sealed.
How confident am I in his ability at that moment?
To what? Ability to what?
Shut it and keep it shut. What's my inclination of how he's doing?
You were hoping for like a giant radiant bar or like the doors to just like turn to stone or something crazy, but a lot less than that, I guess, for sure.
I kind of want to do something off the cuff because of that. I'm just gonna see. If I roll high, I have high confidence in him. If I don't, then I don't.
Okay. All right.
Okay. 4. I have more than enough confidence in him to say, I think it's going to hold for a minute. I look at the fire. Is it starting to die down a little bit on the other side?
Probably a little bit. You've taken a couple logs out of it technically and like thrown them around and stuff too. So I'd say so. Yeah.
The fire by the curtain.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, I'd say the grease has definitely begun to burn up decently. It's maybe half its capacity, if that.
I kind of want to take a dead sprint and run into that room and immediately look for any treasures. Or like holy symbols or wherever that thing came from,
Oh my God.
Is there an awesome?
Very interesting. Okay. You run into that room. And when you do so you can kind of just like slide through the grease for the most part. You're just like sprinting and it's thankfully not too much of an issue. When you run into this room, the whole room.
Yeah, that's my move.
Is just like the walls and everything are just like pitch black. Not because it's dark, just like the walls are black, like almost like stained in ash or soot or something like that. So you can hardly see, but you can see just enough to make out there is a just like large gemstone, like very large, like a foot tall easily, just kind of like floating above a pedestal right here-ish.
Okay. My backpack is relatively empty at this point. I just basically swing it off around my bag, try to like catch the crystal in my bag and just run away with it. Is there any give whatsoever with that crystal if I try to like scoop and swoop?
Absolutely not. There's like no give whatsoever. In fact, you're like shocked because it's basically levitating. It's not even like actually in the pedestal. But when you touch it, you feel a similar energy to the lashes that hit you when the creature was attacking you.
Oh.
Not damaging, but like you feel the same type of like weird dread magic.
Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to steal it, and I'll probably get out of there. But with one more curiosity, I just want to strike it with my hammer.
Okay. You swing your hammer at this thing. And as soon as you, well, I guess go ahead and roll an attack and we'll see how it looks when this happens. Okay.
It's 6 matters.
Okay. You swing into this thing, and the second that your hammer strikes it like right on the bend of the gem. And immediately you see just like cracks ripple through it. And the cracks that are rippling through it have just like white light coming out of them. And then you guys hear, especially those maybe, let's see, especially Homer, Fiero over there, you hear just like a loud thudding in that room. And at the same time, this gem just crumbles and it's kind of just quiet suddenly.
And then I'm going to call out, "Are you guys still alive?
What you doing there?
What are you doing?
Looking for treasure. I only found trouble, like usual."
You're the one who's supposed to get us out of trouble.
You hired the wrong guy. But I'll scoop up these little crystal shards or whatever is left if they're able to be moved and try to present what's happening. Or if they're already in like escape mode, I'll just escape too.
Okay. You scoop up the gems and run back out. What's everybody doing?
I'd probably just follow. I mean, is there any way for me to check peep to the? If I was still over here, like finishing up with the padlock after it happened, is there any reason I could come up with to like? Because I can't think of anything you can think of for why I might like look through the keyhole to see if there was any effect.
Yeah, I mean, technically, there's still a keyhole. You're going to peer through this keyhole, and you're going to see the absence of the creature made of pure darkness. You do not see them at all, and you see just like this construct, like lifelessly, just like dangling over, like half of its body is dangling into the abyss, and the other half is like hardly still on the bridge. And you watch it slowly just like scrape against the stone bridge there as it just like falls into the abyss and is not
Guys,
pulled
I
back
killed
up.
it. My miracle worked.
All right. You are sure that whatever this construct was, maybe, you know, like you recall the crazy ramblings in the journal or something like that. And you're like, oh, wait. In this guy's crazy delusions, he like built himself like a thing to like preserve his mortality. So basically, this thing finally was like waking up and was about to escape, but you managed to dispatch it. So you win. That's basically what I'm trying to say here.
When I convince you guys to come back, I tell you, I am Fiero the White, and I come back to you now at the turn of the tide.
I'm just going to take some of the soot that I've accumulated from that just awful room. I'm just going to like on your face. Don't look very white to me.
On my hey, don't let Scree snort that dust that you found in the other room.
Already out. He's
left the
he
dungeon.
thinks the thing's still marching around.
You guys find Scree outside the dungeon.
He's outside.
Bring up the entryway to the hole too. It's like barely a people left. It's like putting the last stone in place.
That's hilarious.
Still okay.
Where did you go?
I'm just gonna go recharge.
That's a good idea. Me sitting on 1 health, bloody, like dragging my arm behind me. Yeah, live, guys. Yeah, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
Cree has never been hit yet before. He's never lost a hit point. Yes.
Too.
I saw how bad you guys got beat up. I'm not sticking around for that.
Right. And just to make sure I got all my my bases covered, I take out the 3, 6, and 10 of clubs and hand them to Scree.
Nice.
There you go. All right. You save. You officially have killed, probably, the sorcerer guy. The village pays you, of course, in abundance. Basically, all the money that they were able to scrounge together. And they're like, yay, no more nightmares. This is the best day ever. Your name becomes famous as the adventuring party that you are. You nail it. Good job. We did it.
Thank you.
Good job.
It's nice.
I'm gonna have them erect a shrine to my Cernus before we leave.
That makes sense. They're willing.
They can also fly our flag in their town just whenever they need some help. And it's the flag.
Just the yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever they need help, like a bat signal.
Yes. Just
All
send
right.
out the bat signal and Fiero will come running.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, that's that.